Hello, YouTubers, and welcome to Level-Headed News. This is your host, Brenda. I have 3 articles in this episode for you. The URLs are in the description of the video for your convenience. We'll just get started here with the first one. It's off of Liberty Writers. It says, Trump strikes back. The judges that blocked Trump's travel ban just got really bad news. This is why you don't get in front of Trump's train. After judges in the Court of Appeals banned Trump's travel ban, it is becoming obvious that this court needs to be busted up. Reversed court in the country. Republican Senators Jeff Flake and John McCain want to pass new legislation, 6 states out of the San Francisco-based court circuit, and create a brand new 12th circuit, says Fox. This, if you'd like to pull it up to see that, it says, this means that the court has reputation of being the most liberal court in the country. 18 of the court's 25 active judges were appointed by Democrats. This is not fair, and the court's decision was totally stacked against Trump. There is a reason that conservatives call this court the Nutty Ninth Circus. The Supreme Court has overturned so many of this liberal court's rulings. And means that we have not lost the battle yet. One that I have here is off of youngcons.com. Says, exactly 1 week after judge blocks travel ban, look what happens to America. President Donald Trump said the decision to halt his travel ban by courts was putting the security of Americans at risk. Since the halt, it appears that the State Department has actually increased the number of people it is letting into the country from the 7 countries in the travel ban. Analysis said that the move is a coordinated effort by the State Department to let in as many refugees from these countries as possible in case the ban is reinstated by the Supreme Court. In the week since the ban has been halted, 1,186 refugees have been let into the country. 882 of them from the 7 travel ban countries. That's nearly double what the State Department was letting in the week before Trump signed the order. Of Syrian and Iraqi refugees has changed the most dramatically since the order was halted. The Policy Studies Director at the Center for Immigration Studies, Jessica Vaughn, said that there was no doubt in her mind that the State Department was letting refugees and over security concerns. The Daily Mail noted that others who worked in refugee resettlements might be a coincidence. The intake from Syria had increased the most, going from 14% refugees to 30% because it jumped. There we go. Because of the instability of the records. The Syrian president added, force behind President Trump's point, saying this week that some of the refugees that are fleeing his country are definitely terrorists, according to the Daily Mail. Does the State Department have, try this again, does the State Department, a haven still of Obama-Clinton holdovers, actually care? And the final article in this episode is off the Conservative Tribune, and it says, bill to break up the Ninth Circuit Congress. Nicknamed the Nutty Ninth, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is known easily to most liberal courts in the federal system. Now, one day after it ruled against Donald Trump to temporary immigration freeze, it looks like it may be about to get a lot smaller. According to Fox News, the bill to break up the Ninth Circuit geographical gaining some traction in Congress, with Arizona's 2 Republican senators pushing legislation that would carve 6 states out of the San Francisco-based court's jurisdiction to create a new 12th circuit. Introduced last month by Senator Jeff Flake and John McCain of Nevada, Washington, Idaho, Montana, Arizona, and Alaska in the new court. Fox on Wednesday, Flake said the legislation aim isn't political, but instead aimed at addressing long backlogs in court. I'm waiting for it to scroll. Hamster's getting tired. It's 20% of the population, 40% of the landmass in that jurisdiction. It's just too big, Flake said. We have bedrock principle of swift justice, and if you live in Arizona or anywhere in the Ninth Circuit, you just don't have it. He said the average case in the Ninth Circuit takes 15 months to be handed down. It's far too long, he said. Of course, it doesn't hurt that the Ninth Circuit stands so far outside the judicial mainstream. In 2012, Fox News reported the Supreme Court overturned 86% of the Ninth Circuit decisions that it reviewed. In this, if you want to pull it up to take a look at that, and I'm trying to get scrolled past it here. Infamous decisions handed down by the Nutty Ninth include
deny entry to travelers from 7
thought I had it stopped, and apparently I don't. Gee whiz, come on. There we go. Okay, infamous decisions handed down by the Nutty Ninth include stating that the words under God in the Pledge of Allegiance was an unconstitutional breach of the Establishment Clause, Elk Grove Unified School District versus, and that remains, or try that again, and that the Second Amendment was not intended to allow private ownership of firearms, Severia versus Lockyer. Both cases, as you may have surmised, were later overturned. Predictable ruling against Trump's executive order on Thursday that the court displayed the same kind of brilliant logic it has in the past. According to the Daily Wire's Ben Shapiro, it ruled that states suffer concrete and particularized injury if illegal aliens aren't able to attend. Geez. Get it under control here. Go. If illegal aliens aren't able to attend college classes, that one definitely took some jurisdiction. Again, oh, I'm suffering a comedy of errors here. This thing's jumping all over the place. I'm trying to keep up with it, and oh my. Now maybe it's going to hold still, and that they took a look at motives as opposed to the text of the law in making their decision. Yes, the Ninth involved in mind reading. Who knew? The problem the judges in the Ninth Circuit, particularly the liberal judges, don't want to give up any of their jurisdiction, Flake said, and that's why we have Congress. Wow, that was a tough one to get through. It just wanted to jump everywhere. Oh, well, that's all I have for you in this episode, but there will be more to follow. I have plenty of news to get to this morning. So if you like what I'm doing here, give it a thumbs up, share it on your social media so everybody gets to enjoy the entertainment, and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. See you in the next episode.